Dr. Subramanian Swamy also on the phone line. Mr. Kohli, stay with me. Dr. Subramanian Swamy, was a complainant in this case, and he knows all the facts of this National Herald case, and he knows what the different routes that were used. Allegedly, Dr. Swamy, we are hearing that in connection with the raids in 12 locations, shell companies in AJL scam are under scanner. Suspicious transactions from these companies to Young Indian is now under scanner. Unsecured loans received by Young Indian is under the scanner. And the ED suspecting that these Young Indian received money from shell firms and Dotex, the company, is also under scanner. Now, is this just the tip of the iceberg? Dr. Swamy, you know the facts of the case. What can you tell our viewers about the different routes used to make the money?
Well, I mean, all you're saying is that the crime that they have committed is multiple. But the fact is that they are under prosecution, presently under one violation of the law, and that is the money that they got, as far as foreign exchange is concerned, the money they got from Dotex. It was not on, no interest was charged. And they were, not only no interest was charged, but no mortgage was taken. And it was in the accounts books of the Dotex, it says donation. And in the Young Indian accounts, it says loan. Now, they get this 1 crore loan, out of which they took 50 lakhs, give it to Congress, and Congress happily says that we are writing off the 90 crores loan in favor of Young Indian, and Young Indian becomes the owner of 90 crores. But the income tax has shown, the income tax investigation, which is now finalized, and which is awaiting a Supreme Court clearance because they have gone in appeal, the income tax has found that there was no 90 crores at all. That is a fictional number, primarily to convert it into 9 crore shares of 10 rupees each and make Young Indian the owner of 99.1% of the shares of the Associated Journals Limited. So without any doubt, the Associated Journals Limited is a wholly owned company of Young Indian. It may not have merged with Young Indian. It doesn't need to because it's only owned. This is a fraud of a huge magnitude, and that's why in the Criminal Procedure Code and the IPC, I have taken out 4 particular sections which will send them to jail for 25 years, if convicted, of course. But the fact is, what is the argument? The only argument is that we didn't know anything about it, but Motilal Nehru knew, Motilal Vora knew all about it. I mean, how can you teach somebody who is your colleague, who did your bidding? Everybody knows he was called the Munshi. And how can you now say that everything they did, we knew nothing about it? How could it be? There are signatures on there in every transaction, and I've seen it with my own eyes.
Dr. Swamy, I would like to also ask you a specific question because today the interest basically revolves around one aspect. It's about the usage of shell companies. My sources within the agency have indicated that the 1 crore that basically came in from Dotex has certainly been under the scanner, but you know it much better than anyone else.
Yes.
What, in your opinion, is the magnitude of the usage of shell companies? Is it more than one? Are we to look at more shell companies beyond Dotex?
No, yeah, they would, but not in the National Herald case. Because in the National Herald case, they should be convicted. Once they're in jail, we can have other cases also taken up in connection. Yeah, of course, there have been money laundering. They have bank accounts abroad. I've given the names of 2 of them. One was the Pictet Bank, and the other was in Geneva, its name. And they have the informal news items in Europe say that she is perhaps the second most richest person in the world today. So, I mean, all these things are there. People know. But I think that we should not lose our focus. They should be prosecuted and possible sent to jail on the National Herald case per se. And then we can go into these other aspects. The reason we picked toll tax is because that money went straight for the purchase of the National Herald or the Associated Journals Limited so-called mythical loan of 90 crores.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Swamy, for putting this into perspective. Dr. Swamy has been at the forefront of exposing the National Herald scam.